was an important metal to ancient civilizations. This was because it was relatively abundant, easily mined and smelted at low temperatures, and compared to other metals, it was much easier to work with and find. The Romans used lead in a wide variety of applications due to its malleability, resistance to corrosion, and that it could also form waterproof liners to hold wine or water. It was also a common preservative and lent a sweet taste to sour wines. The estimated Roman annual output of lead was 80,000 tons per year. In addition, lead could be easily formed into long sheets that could be molded around objects to make pipes. It is also interesting to note that the Latin word for lead is plumbum, thus the chemical symbol Pb for lead, and eventually this was extended to refer to water pipes as, quote, plumbing. The Romans began using lead pipes to transport water beginning before 200 BC. This continued into 200 AD and beyond. Pictured here are some lead pipes from Roman baths in Brittany. Note the seams formed on the top here from folding lead sheets together. These seams could be easily formed together by heating them to melt the lead together. In addition, lead was easily inscribed. This was frequently done to denote ownership of the water, as many of the water lines were private in nature. The use of lead in water supply pipes continued for many years throughout civilization. This easily made its way into the 19th and 20th century in the United States and other countries. Pictured here is a rolled lead water pipe in 1936. Note that the malleability of heavy lead made it easily rollable into large rolls of pipe for storage and transport. The flexibility of the lead pipe also made it ideal for locations with freeze-thaw and where natural shifting in the geology between homes and the soils was common. This made pipes ideal for connecting to homes so that the pipes wouldn't burst as cast iron pipes would when they were shifted around. Also shown here are lead service lines shown in Flint, Michigan in 2016. It was estimated that 29,000 service lines were expected to be replaced.
Lead in the body is a cumulative toxicant, meaning it accumulates over time and stays stored in the body. It will accumulate in the brain, liver, kidneys, and/or the bones, causing multiple problems. Symptoms of lead poisoning include headaches, irritability, abdominal pain, anemia, and poor appetite. These symptoms are so generic that they are often overlooked. Lead poisoning has particularly grievous effects in young children. It can cause irreversible brain damage, leading to developmental delays, behavior, and attention problems. It may also cause nervous system damage, hearing loss, and kidney damage. Lead enters the body primarily through inhalation or ingestion. Breathing in smoke from industrial sources like smelting or recycling operations, or breathing in fumes from leaded gasoline may lead to lead poisoning. Ingestion of lead-contaminated dust or water is also a leading contributor to lead exposure.
We would like to introduce you to our latest series on lead and copper rule, application, studies, which is a combination of 5 one-hour courses discussing these principles, including what caused these issues and how to solve them, understanding the history of lead pipe usage, the evaluation of lead and copper concentrations, public health aspects, and how to sample for lead in public schools, along with illustration of the chain of custody forms that distribution and maintenance crews are faced with undertaking. This fast-paced 5-hour course series is a hot topic and should be considered for all distribution and drinking water staff to understand and recognize the aspects of lead service lines and replacement. The course package series includes the following courses: drinking water, leaded or unleaded, chemistry of contamination in drinking water, lead and copper rule, lead sampling in public school buildings, paying for lead service line replacement. Now available in many states at CEU Plan. I want to introduce Margaret Doss and her course Lead Sampling, along with some laboratory practices that might be of interest. Margaret?
My name is Margaret Doss, and I developed some courses that I think might be of interest to you. I have a lead sampling course that is aimed at school systems and daycares. This course discusses the reasons behind sampling for lead at these facilities. It discusses the federal initiative to go forward with this type of sampling, provides a case study for sampling at a specific school, and gives examples of test results and how to interpret the data that you're going to receive back from the sampling. I have some basic laboratory courses that are aimed at folks that are new in our industry. These courses introduce you to the terminology specific to laboratory in the water and wastewater field. They also provide a basic overview of some of the simple procedures that we have to do. I have some intermediate courses that are aimed at specific laboratory procedures and techniques. These courses cover things like biochemical oxygen demand, fecal coliform bacteria, and ammonia by ISE electrode. In these specific laboratory courses, we go through the approved regulatory procedure, the equipment that's needed and supplies that are needed to run these tests, a step-by-step presentation of what to do to run the test, some quality assurance and quality control procedures, and some troubleshooting, things that might go wrong and what you can do to correct it. I hope these courses would be of interest to you and would help you as you further your career.
Drinking Water, Lead or Unleaded is a 1-hour course of this series describing the history of lead and how it was used in the early days of water transmission. The course provides a timetable of the historical limitations put on lead and finally the elimination of the lead service lines. The instructor describes the chemical reactions in the Flint, Michigan water supply case and provides some insights of the contamination with some potential solutions conducted. This course is included in the Lead and Copper course package series available to drinking water and distribution systems. Should you be interested, visit www.ceuplan.com for continuing education.